Welcome to the Games Showcase portion of WordPlay 2021. So, for folks who want to try and find the games, they're all here. So today, we'll be playing a couple of games that I am going to put content warnings up for just because they deal with some feelings around particularly like cancellation, or one of them is called Divide, which deals with hate speech, so I'll put a warning up on the screen. So, first one, Milton summons the devil. Oh, okay. We are summoning the devil to kill our gym teacher. You are Milton. You are 9 years old. Today, your gym teacher made you go on the rope. Go up on the rope. Okay, is the rope thing real? Did anyone actually ever have to do the rope? Because I've never seen a rope. I'm sure it has to be because so many people, like, yeah, so many people reference it. Okay, so, like, what happens if you fall? How tall is the rope? Is it, like, inherently dangerous? I just need to know. But you didn't want to go on the rope. So, now, Milton summons the devil. About. Controls. WASD or arrow keys. Bump into objects to interact with them. Find all of the items, solve all the riddles, and summon the devil. I got 5 candles. One of the candles for your unholy ritual. It's actually one of your mom's Yankee candles. This one smells like what you think a dead body might smell like. You are lacking the necessary ritual items. Okay. Who are you? Hi, Milton. It's me, Zeal, your imaginary friend. I'm so glad we're finally summoning the devil. In order to summon the devil, you'll need all the ritual items scattered throughout the house. There should be 13 items still left to find. All right, is this an item? It's the book you checked out at the library about the devil. You have to open it in the ritual page. Light the 5 candles, gather your tools. Follow each ritual, follow the rules. When you perform each candle's task, the devil will come do what you ask. There's more, but your mom ripped out 5 of the pages when she caught you reading it. Don't deface library property, Mom. That's wrong. You rummage through your old toy chest. There, buried underneath a Rubik's Cube and some action figures, you find Mr. Hugs. He was your fuzzy best friend growing up, but you're still not sure if he was supposed to be a bear or a cat or a wolf or a dog. You give him a hug. Aw. You got ritual item, Mr. Hugs. Yay. My bed. You can't go to bed. You've got to stay up all night waiting for your parents to sleep. It's time to summon the devil. All right. This. You dig through your closet, and right where you hid them are a pair of Coach Stevens's underwear. They smell pretty weird, and you try not to think about how you got them. Shudder. I don't want to think how you got them, Milton. You got ritual item underwear. You look through all of your books. There's a bunch of them of mystery novels and pamphlets from church, and a hardcover, Oh, the Places You'll Go, but nothing useful. All right. Go left. Go all the way left. You look at the window at the dark, dark night. Oh. Whoop. I go forward. You find a key on the ground. Who would leave a key by the windowsill? The moon is in the correct place tonight. The Dark Lord can be summoned. and Coach Stevenson will pay. One here. You run the tap for a little and wash your hands. Unless you have something to fill, that's all you can do. Hygiene is pretty important, though. Your dad always insists on getting the super thin bulk toilet paper from Superstore. Maybe you will summon the devil to punish the maker of Superstore toilet paper. You don't have to go right now. You hold your breath and dig in the bathroom trash. It's so gross. You put in your bathroom trash, it's so gross. At the bottom, under a wet paper towel, you find another missing page. What? The page of intent. The medicine cabinet is full of Derek's pills and your mom's creams and your dad's horrible aftershaves. You found ritual item, bandage. Hey, it's birthday's bone. He loves this thing. Covered in slobber and teeth marks. You don't really have time to take a shower. You do kind of smell bad though. I'm 9. I probably like rolled in a dirt pile. I was gonna say trash, but I don't think 9-year-olds actually roll in trash. Ooh, Bible room. It's your mom's work table. The building she's designing right now looks like a big sofa. Your mom always listens to music while she works. You find ritual items, headphones. You dig through the trash can. It's super gross and smells like coffee. But you find another page. The page of harm. Your dad's sewing machine. He says it helps him relax after a hard day's work. He's never wears any of the clothes he makes, though. Oh, you found ritual item, sewing needle. I'm going to stab something. This filing cabinet is locked. You can't get in and see what's inside. I have a key, don't I? Do I have an inventory? It's all your dad's law books and your mom's big, heavy books about architecture. There's a shelf for your comics at the bottom. But that's about it for the cool stuff. Bible. It's your dad's Bible. It's super old. There must be something you can do with it. Gonna stab the Bible with my sewing needle. Hey, a water bottle. Fill it with water, maybe? Yeah, go do that. You fill up your water bottle. Use the key you found to open Derek's room and sneak in. Weak. Oh no, the floor is noisy. Unless you have something to muffle the sound, you might wake somebody up if you keep going. Guess we're gonna come back. You use the key you found to open Derek's room and sneak in. Wait, no, I wanted to leave. Okay. And then this was my room. Yes, okay. Parents' room. You rummage through the washing machine. Everything is still wet, but you find a wet piece of paper. You put the piece of paper in the dryer and wait a little bit. Ugh, why do dryers take so long? You grab your dried piece of paper, and hey, you got one of your missing pages. The page of rot. You rummage through the hampers. There's your brother's sweatpants, your dad's shirts, your mom's bra. Hey, you found some slippers. These should help you with sneaking around in the house quietly. There's no system to anything in this thing, in this cabinet. There's like a bunch of random stuff. Well, there's a pair of scissors. You found ritual item, scissors. There's literally nothing you can use in here unless you have an insatiable urge to take a bleach bath or read a magazine from last year. Can't fill up your water bottle anymore. It is full. Okay, literally nothing. All right. Sneak into my parents' room. You can sneak around this room without waking anybody up thanks to your slippers. You dig around in your mom's dresser. This drawer is all blouses and shirts and hey, it's one of the pages that your mom took. The page of loss. And I like you rummage around your mom's nightstand. There's a lot of makeup and cold medicine. Zzz. Oh no, you bumped into something weird and now it's rumbling. Shut it off, shut it off. You find it and turn a dial at the base, silencing the tube-shaped thing. Family friendly. Everything is fine. Your dad's dresser. You open this drawer and it's nothing but shirts. You dig through your dad's nightstand quiet as you can. There's a Bible, a money clip with like $40 on it, and there's a key, a super small one. Wonder what this is for. This cabinet. Use the small key to open this filing cabinet. There's a lot of your dad's magazines. They've got oh, okay, family friendly. Family friendly. Maybe you don't need to summon the devil. Maybe you're already in hell. You got ritual item, porn and lotion. Yay. Sneak in my brother's room. You go through your brother's dresser drawer. There's a big bag of grass. It smells weird. And hey, you found ritual item lighter. Don't mind me just robbing your stuff. You dig through Derek's closet, and you find a cool bathrobe. Well, for your purposes, it'll work. You found ritual item, unholy robes. Do I dare to touch this? Your brother is old school and listens to his music on CDs. You press eject on the boombox. You got ritual item, heavy metal CD. Awesome. The devil loves heavy metal. Okay, everything I need there. Even though he sees you, Birthday doesn't bark because he knows you have the bone. You pet Birthday. He wags his tail and licks your hand. You go to scratch under his chin. But he throws up a piece of paper in your hand. You got the page of shame. Thanks, Birthday. Midnight and you're 9. Where are you gonna go? Okay. Not there. Cool, a whole lot of pots, pans, and that ridiculous corn shucking gadget your dad bought but never uses. Nothing useful. Okay, is that the whole thing? The table hasn't been cleared for dinner. There's dirty dishes all over it. Oh, and a spoon. You got ritual item. Spoon. All of the dish soap, dish pods, counter cleaners, Brill pads, and water pitcher filters you could ever want, but nothing useful. Can't fill up your water bottle. Yep. There's still some cold mac and cheese at the bottom of the pot. Nobody is looking. Oh man, it's so gross and cold and delicious. Your hands are covered in cheese sauce. You lick them clean. Your mom would call you a little monster. The fridge light flickers as the bulb fights against the going out. You smell something horrible in the crisper drawer. You found ritual item, spoiled food. The family blender. Your dad uses it to make smoothies in the morning. Your brother uses it to make milkshakes. Good times. Nothing useful though. You peer into the trash can. It's gross. It smells like bad beef. Oh, it's probably the beef that went bad in there. If anything was useful in there, it's not worth getting. I have all of the items. Do you have anything in your bed, dog? No. Me, Beezle, your friend. I'm glad we're finally summoning the devil. In order to summon the devil, one item still left to find. The Bible? I think it can only be the Bible. The bottle. It starts to glow. Oh, I made holy water! My final item. Wait, I can just make holy water? Don't I need a priest for that? I don't know. I've never been to. You'll need all the ritual items scattered throughout the house. There should be one item still left to find. Wait, how is there one item left? You want Yankee candle. The book you checked out of the library. Light the 5 candles. There's more, but your mom ripped out 5 of the pages when she caught you reading it. How am I lacking the necessary ritual items? Alright, we're gonna try and keep looking for this item for 2 minutes. I don't want to kill my gym teacher, though. What if I touch my brother as he's... Yeah. Can I wake up my parents? Hey, yeah. This. Wait, a handgun? My dad has a handgun in here? Alright, I'm gonna say we're gonna have to move on. I'm sorry Milton summons the devil. I wasn't able to summon the devil in time to get through all of the games. Alright. Next, we're gonna play. This game is also really intense, so I'm gonna put up this content warning. There we go. So this game was made, bunch of interesting things down here, for a like anti-hate speech campaign. Um, so it is a game against hate speech, but it does involve uh hate speech. So warning up on screen. Hate speech as defined by the Committee of Europe covers all forms of expression which spread, incite, promote, or justify racial hatred, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, or other forms of hatred based on intolerance. In this game, you play as a hater. So, you are a cunning political leader. You aim at dividing your community to better rule them. Online hate speech is excellent for that. You have some lovely ideas for your next post. Pick my next post. Taxes are robbery. Taxes are like robberies. So we're gonna pick 3 people, and then we're sort of trying to make their hatred stronger between each other. I'll choose you. Oh, sure. Yeah, click to confirm. So the community is united. Split it in half to win. Taxes are like robbery. Click on the big thumb icons, those that are the best and worst results of your last post. Okay, so we got this person. Fang has read my post. Taxes are like robbery. He is wealthy and found the content smart. His neighbor Lynn is poor. His neighbor Omar is poor. His neighbor Dennis is poor. Their relationships were quite damaged. His trust in you increased a lot. Well done. And then this person. Omar has read your post. He is poor and found the content silly. His trust in you has crumbled down. Prepare next deceptive post. Okay, be my guest doesn't mean be my master. The next best place to help Africans is, you named it, Africa in all caps, not here. Merry Christmas, not buying the happy festival season bullshit. I'm gonna go with this one. You're gonna be my target. Okay, this person didn't like this. Lynn has read your post. She is part of a traditional culture and found the content plain wrong. Her trust in you has decreased a lot. Okay. How am I trying to make people not? Oh, okay, I'm breaking this person's bond. This person was not affected by your post yet. Okay. Confefe. When a woman scientist gets a Nobel Prize, and she is pretty too, don't listen to the elites. Listen to me, because I speak for the ordinary folk. Yeah, I talk to the ordinary folk. Um, you? Do I like? Oh, okay. So it'll always be 3 by 3. Yeah, we'll go here. Marrow has read your post. He is of average income bracket, but ignored it. His trust in you dropped. This person liked my Melody has read your post. She is an average income bracket and found the content palatable. Still, it has no effect with her neighbors. Her trust in you has increased. Well done. What am I doing with my life? Real. You're my target. Peter has read your post. He rejected it. His trust in you went down. I don't know if you need to reject or exist if I just say anyways. She has found the content smart. Helena. Still, it has no effect on her neighbors. Her trust in you went down. Am I doing this right? IQs vary among different people. It's science. Fake pacifists are simply haters of this beautiful country. Good day to all. Friends, women, gays, blacks, all. This is all right, fake pacifists. You're gonna be my target. Renell has read your post. He found the content just right. Properly spiced. Still, it has no effect with his neighbors. His trust in you increased a lot. Well done. Dennis has read my post. He does not agree with it. His trust in you crumbled down. I'm just like, I'm not gonna read these. This is like already a lot. uh, Disabled people should be taking good care at home and not forced to work with the normal people. Good, considerate people know more than experts. World Health Organization. Seriously, I only see world disease. We can fare better on our own. I feel like these two are kind of the same, but we'll choose this one because I feel like it's more divisive. Are people wearing hats? Are they my supporters? All right. Dead center. Lynn has read your post. She's a legal migrant and found the content sort of fun. Still, this has no effect on her. Luke has read your post. He is a native but did not appreciate it. His trust in you crumbled down. Okay. Are we winning? Nice to it with my good friend Carlos. He is gay, by the way. I take care of my looks, but not gay. Here. I see Arabs and hear terrorism. Agree, disagree. We're gonna, good friend Carlos, that guy. Can I win this? He is gay and found the content offensive. Luke, his trust in you went down. Omar has read your post. He is a believer and found the content agreeable. His relationship with Luke is gay. Or his their relationship went colder. His trust in you grew a bit. Well done. My niece left her career to stay home with her 3 sons. Great family lady. As a matter of fact, a black kid with a black hood can commit crimes very easily in the darkness. It's science. People in need deserve help, but locals are to be helped first. I got like 2 more of these in me, maybe tops. And then if I don't win the game in 2 moves, I'm gonna stop. It's very effective as a game. We're gonna choose you. Great, you agreed with me. Ahmed. He is a believer and found the content palatable. Neighbor Francesca is a woman. His neighbor Mary is a woman. Their relationship worsted. His trust in you increased. Well done. She is a woman and she found my content unacceptable. Her trust in you decreased. Alright. Next post. Serious journalist. Friends showed me stats. Most refugees come from peaceful countries. Just go back? Who am I to judge your strange sex habits? Just keep it for yourself, though. Miss Bunny used to be sexy when I was a kid. Bigot liberals made her like a spinster in the new movie. I'm gonna, yeah, Miss Bunny. Great. This quadrant. She is a woman and she found your content utter rubbish, Francesca. Her trust in you decreased a lot. I don't want to win this game. He is a man and found the content very likable. Thanks, Luke. His neighbor is a woman, his neighbor is a woman, his neighbor is a woman. Their relationships have broken down. Luke, we've almost completely gotten rid of your friendships. All right. That's as many deceptive posts as I have in me. This is a very good game. It's a very important conversation. Please, you would like to look at more of it, you can find it here. But that was exhausting and a lot, so let's move on to something that is a bit cheerier. All right. We're gonna talk about unions now. Union drive. It's funny because it's like real life. So this game is Union Drive. It's all about starting a union. So you'll be stepping into the shoes of a young supermarket worker trying to strengthen the union, their place of work. Throughout the game, you'll get to know their coworkers and their stories. I will turn off this content warning. Okay, refocusing. Gonna have a laugh. Throughout the game, you get to know your coworkers and their stories, and you'll learn organization skills used by real-world union organizers. Before you begin, there's one detail left to work out. What is your character's name? My name is going to be Ren. Perfect, Ren. Let's start. You've been working at your local supermarket for a little over a year. During this time, you've become involved with its workers' union and as one of the organizers. You've seen it get off the ground and achieve some significant victories in the workplace. Good for you folks. Recently, however, the supermarket was bought out by a larger company. As a consequence, 20 of your coworkers were fired on the spot, without warning or notice. The union was planning to fight back and get the workers rehired, but its numbers were still too small. Together with your fellow organizers, you're working to grow the union's power so you can fight back and win. Oh, the game was saved. Call with Tito, 7:02 a.m. Tito, this is way too early. I gotta say, 7:02 a.m. Tito. Good morning, Ren. Hey, Tito, how are you doing? I'm fantastic. How's my favorite protege troublemaker? Good, I guess. It's 7 a.m., Tito. Having trouble containing your enthusiasm for a conversation, I see. Am I that scary? No, I'm just a little nervous. I've been feeling a little lost since you transferred to the new store, you know? I'm still new to all this union stuff. Not to worry. I wouldn't have left you unless I had faith that you could rise to the occasion. Thanks, Tito. You're the hell of an organizer, kid. I've known that since the day you signed up. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Of course. A few more leaders and some sign up and you'll have one of the strongest shops in the union. Now, let's get down to brass tacks, the nitty-gritty. Let's talk turkey. I was going to say turnkey. I've never heard someone say let's talk turkey. I've heard things that have been pretty intensive there since the buyout. How are your new corporate overlords treating you? Place is gonna explode. As soon as they got comfortable, they fired 20 people. They cut labor costs, they said. The rest of us are being forced to pick up extra shifts to make up for the lack of staff. All the workers are angry, or panicking, or both. Those bastards. Expletives. Whoops. Family friendly. Sylvia called me and said that they let her go, and she didn't tell me that it was this bad. You know, she and I started working at that store around the same time, way back in the day, when you were still wearing diapers. I know, I love Sylvia. Sylvia's such a nice name. She was like a mom to us at work. I've been bringing her groceries. She's having a hard time making rent. We need to fight back. Those greedy expletives messed with the wrong person. Everyone at the store is furious that they fired so many good people. It looks like you folks are finally waking up to the fact that we need a strong union. Now's the time to put our foot on the gas. How's organizing going? We've recruited new leaders to the committee, but we still need to grow our support, especially if we want to take collective action. That's the spirit. Our first step should be to make sure that every leader is signed up as the workers in their group as union members. If we do that, we'll get the majority of staff we need to lead in action. Have you signed up everyone in your group? Well, don't tell me talented young Ward has been slacking. You're supposed to set an example while I'm gone. Yeah, well, I'm just really nervous. I've signed up all the people that I'm close with, which is most of them. But now all that's left are the people I don't really know. I see. Well, don't sweat it, kid. Your old mentor Tito's here to help you out. Thanks, Tito. You just remember your basic organizing principles. There's nothing you can't do. And nobody you can't sign up. So how about we go over them to jog your memory? I'll ask you a question, you try and answer it. Easy. Okay. Excellent. If you get any wrong, I'm kicking you out of the union committee. What? I'm just kidding. Thanks, Tito. Seriously, nothing happens if you pick the wrong answer. Okay, number 1. How should you begin a conversation with a worker you want to recruit as a new member? By asking them questions and listening. Yeah. That's right. Thanks, Tito. The best thing you can do is ask questions, shut your fly trap, and perk up your ears. That's what it means to agitate. Ask questions that help us understand what problems our coworkers face at work and what changes they want to see. Talking. That lets us know what they gain from a stronger union. Okay, that was the first question. We're warming up now. Bye. Have a good rest of your afternoon. We're warming up now. Continuing with agitation as a theme, here's question 2. When asking questions, what is the best way to agitate a coworker? Ask questions about their lives and their work, or only ask questions about their work. It's like a driver's test. Always choose the longest and most specific answer. That means asking questions that connect their problems at work with larger changes that they'd like to make in their lives. Yes, well done, champ. Sometimes it can be tough for people to talk about their personal challenges and how they'd like to improve their lives. But we want our union to be grounded in real relationships and things that we truly want to change. So we need to talk about those things. Alright, let's change the subject for number 3. I'll throw you an easy one. When asking a coworker to sign up for a union, how should you address the issue? Ask them clearly and directly. Exactly. Oh man. If someone isn't ready to join the union, that's okay, but we're not going to do them any favors by being vague or avoiding the question. Remember, you are offering your coworkers a chance to change their lives for the better. Be confident. Okay, this hasn't been so bad, has it? We're learning together. Thanks, Tito. You're helping my emotional range shift. When someone asks you what the union is, what do you answer? Union are lawyers that help workers. Union is like an insurance company. Union is us, workers. Yeah, that's I think that's just a definition of a union, but you're right on the money, kid. Thanks, Tito. The union is us, the workers, coming together to have one collective voice that will improve our conditions at work and in our lives. Okay, that's all the questions I had for today. Also, are we FaceTiming? I had no idea why you're nervous. You really know your stuff, champ. You'll do great out there. How do you feel? Always anxious. Always anxious. You have nothing to worry about. Just keep those principles in mind. You've got this. Now get out there and start a revolution, kid. Finger guns for Tito. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get one person to join our union. That's my goal. A little bit of collective action. Ooh, that should be everything. You've done this closing. I still need to talk to Elena about signing up for the union, though. She's the only one I haven't talked to yet. Let's see, she should be around here somewhere. Elena, we're going to talk to you about union. Okay, just remember what Tito said. Hi. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. All wrapped up for the night? Yeah, all that's missing is the alarm and we're all set. I was just taking a breather before calling my ride. Oh, that's good. Can I sit down? There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, sure. I wasn't going to call for a little while yet. What's up? Well, I want to talk to you about our union, but I realize we don't actually know each other all that much. So, I'd like to get to know you a little and hear about I'd like to get to know you a little and hear about how work's going first. Oh, okay, yeah, what kind of things would you like to know about? Well, I didn't think this through. Ren! That's very close to Len. You're pretty new to the closing shift, right? Yeah, can you tell? This is my second week. It's a tough shift. How are you managing the transition? Oh, it's okay. I'm still a little paranoid about forgetting the bathroom light on or getting the roll-up door stuck, but it's fine. Mostly it's just been getting used to seeing the supermarket so empty. How are you handling the hours? Some people struggle with working so late. Oh, I don't mind. I've always been a bit of a night owl, but if I'm up late working, I'm at home studying. What are you studying? Nursing! Yeah, that's cool. I'm almost done with my first year. I didn't know that about you. Why do you want to be a nurse? Well, you know, helping people, that's part of it. What are the other parts? Elena, we're gonna get you to join the union. Oh, it doesn't matter. No, really. I really want to hear what it's like, what you like about nursing. Well, nurses just seem so confident, you know? They have their shit together. They're expletive. They have to be in order to help their patients. No matter how hard their job gets, their objective is clear. Their priorities are straight. Like, real life is messy. It's hard to know what you're supposed to do, or if any choice you take will even make a difference. But with nursing, there's clarity of purpose. There's pressure that drives you forward, and you make it no matter what. You're making a real difference for some. I like that. I think I'll be good at it. Sorry, I'm rambling. Oh, please, keep telling. I'm interested in your life, Ellen. I'm very invested now. I get the same way when I talk about, honestly, organizing. It means you're passionate. So let's make sure I understand, or understood. You want to be a nurse because, no. That's not what she said. And make a difference. Yeah, oh, okay. Guess that's right. I think that's admirable. Your parents must be proud. I think they are. This one's invasive. This person's clearly got parent feelings. No, they are. You know, it's just how it is with parents. You never know how much of it is really because of what you've accomplished, and how much of it because you're still a child in their eyes. They don't let children go to nursing school. You should tell them that. Yeah, I get what you mean. When I first moved out, my parents took it as a personal insult. They couldn't understand why I wanted to live on my own, why I didn't want to work my expletive off and pay rent when they already provided for me. They thought I didn't want to be around them anymore. Still, I went back every week to do laundry. I couldn't really afford it otherwise. And every week, they'd get on my case about it. I mean, they were happy to see me, but I think they were afraid of I was getting cold feet, and that I wanted to move back in. You know, there's a cheap laundry place a couple of blocks from your house. That's what my mom would tell me. So one week I scrounged up all the loose change I could find and went to the laundromat instead. I did my own laundry. You know what my parents did? They called me, worried. Hey, why didn't you come home this week? They missed me. All of the talk of independence, but they couldn't go a week without seeing me. That sounds about right. Those little traps, the laundry, the leftovers, the car rides, that's how they get you. This is really sweet. Moving out was probably one of the best things I ever did. I'm surprised they let you out of the house from everything that you've been saying. It took a long time to convince them. School, job, living on my own. They thought it might be too much at once. It does sound like a lot to juggle. It's no more than what most people deal with. I'm sure you have a lot of obligations outside work. Fair enough. So, how are you handling it? Spinning all of those plates? I guess it could be going better. You're not like the shift supervisor, are you? What do you mean? I mean, I'm not going to open up about my problems to hear a bunch of holier-than-thou unsolicited advice, right? I promise, nothing holy. I'm just here to listen. So, I've been making all of my classes these past few weeks. I don't think it's a big deal. I can still catch up, but it's a lot of pressure, I guess. I just can't fail. Elena, I want you to get through nursing school. Yeah, kind of. What would happen if you failed a class? Well, I would have to take it again, and I'd be out some money. It'd also take me longer to graduate and become a nurse. Losing money isn't easy, but it sounds like otherwise it might just delay things. Is that right? I mean, it depends on how expensive your classes are. They can be like thousands of dollars. I guess so, but my folks wouldn't see it that way. How would they see it? They think I need help, and that I'm not able to handle all of this responsibility on my own. They'd want me to move back in with them. You don't want to move back? No, I need to show them that I have my expletive together. Do you? I did. Recently, though, getting my expletive to school has been tough. What happened? Just haven't had the energy lately. Elena, me too. I'm so tired all the time. You know what it's been like here since the firings? We have this busier, longer schedules now. I'm just getting used to having more shifts, and the days with double shifts are brutal. And illegal. When I get home, I'm too tired to concentrate on studying, and when I have to go to class, I feel like I can barely keep up. I don't want to complain. I'm sure for people working full-time like you, this is just routine. I signed up for part-time, so it's all a bit new. I just need to get used to it. I'm not going to push the union yet. I'm a stalker, so most of my day is doing inventory, shelving products, and making sure each department has what they need. It means I get to work with almost everybody in the store, and I get to see the bigger picture, how it all comes together. I like it, but it's hard work. And that was before the firings. Now I'm filling in for the stalkers that were fired, and sometimes workers in completely different departments. I get stuck with extra shifts, I'm staying late, I'm working 6 and even 7 days in a row sometimes. A few times a week, I'm coming in at dawn when the delivery trucks get home to help the warehouse unload and organize. My sleep schedule is shit. Expletive. That sounds awful. It's not great. I used to have time to pursue my passion projects, photography, teaching art classes. I can't do those things anymore. Now, as you said, I just need to get used to it about your new schedule. I say the same about mine? No, I don't think so. This is like going to make me emotional if like she joins the union right now. Because it's more work than you should be doing, and it's keeping you from doing the things you enjoy. So, you think I deserve to rest and have the time and energy to do the things I like? Yeah. And why shouldn't you? Elena, prioritize yourself too. Well, my schedule is definitely not as bad. From everything you've told me, it sounds like it is. You have the time and energy to work and study? Well, no, not lately. Let me ask you one more thing. The managers ask you about working more hours? Not really. I came in one day and they just handed me a new schedule with longer shifts. I told them I was only part-time, but they shrugged it off and said I had to pick up the slack now that there were less people at the store. So you're also doing more work than you should be, and it's keeping you from the things that you enjoy and care about, just like me. On top of that, you're afraid that it's going to make your parents think that you can't handle work, school, and living on your own. All of that's true, but what's the alternative? I can't quit this job. I'd have to move back in with my folks. Well, let me ask you. What do you want to see change at work? What would make it possible for you to keep this job and also be successful at school? Well, I definitely need to go back to shorter single shifts, 4 days a week. And I need to be able to take time off to prepare for exams. And what do you think it would take to do that? I can't speak for the whole supermarket, but as far as the cashier's department goes, just a few more workers, honestly. With more people to share the workload, we could get it done without anyone doing longer hours. You feel like the firings created this situation? Oh, definitely. Yeah. Why? I mean, it wasn't great before, but we still need another person or two. But now it just seems like the managers don't have a plan. They fired a bunch of workers and they're running around like their heads are on fire. Surprise things aren't getting done. They just expected us to work almost twice as much without discussing it with any of us, without any real regard for our lives or our obligations outside of work. You think they care about you? Like, you said you have an exam tomorrow. Would management swap your shifts so you had time to study today? No. I think the only thing that matters to them is the store's bottom line. But I think you're right. They don't care. But imagine for a second if we could get them to care. How would your life change if they brought in more people? Oh, I'm like actually getting emotional. For example, if you didn't have to work double shifts, like you said. Oh, I don't know, it really doesn't seem like things are getting better anytime soon. If anything, they're going to get worse. Let me tell you how my life would change. Well, if I didn't have to come into work at dawn and work 6, sometimes 7 days a week, if I could get some decent sleep and have some free time, I could get back to the things that really matter to me, like... Sibling. It's too much. We're gonna say teaching. Before the firing, I started giving the kids in my apartment building photography lessons. They saw me taking pictures on my old reflex camera one day and they begged me to teach them until I broke down. I organized a few classes in the community center and they really seemed to enjoy it. But I've been so slammed with work that I had to stop. Teaching is something I always wanted to do, and having the time to get back to it, that's wonderful. I could just start being human again, you know? Instead of being a stalker 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You feel that? What would you do if you had all that time back to do whatever you wanted to do? I do. I feel it. And if I had that time back, like I'm supposed to have from working part-time, it'd be such a weight off. I could stop stressing with scraping by at school and actually dedicate myself to it like I used to. Not just having the anxiety and exhaustion of work distracting me all the time would just make such a difference. Well, I might even be able to see my friends again, instead of squeezing them in during lunch to call them. So things would be better? Yes, a lot better actually. Okay, here goes. Well, that's why we want to grow our union. Yes. So that we can have the power to make those changes and improve our lives. Want to know about our union? To be honest, not really. It's my first time working at a place with a union, and I don't really know much about them. Well, our union is fairly new, so we're still getting stronger. But in a nutshell, a union is the first step towards taking back the means of production, which is true, but also maybe if you're already hesitant about the union, us coming together to improve our working conditions. It's a way for us to have one collective voice, a voice louder than any of us have alone, a voice that management has to pay attention to. The supermarket can't run without us. We're the only ones doing all of the work, so we should have a say in how it's run. Can you imagine what that would be like if we had control of schedules and could be involved in staffing decisions? Yeah, that would be great. It would mean we could choose our shifts instead of letting management organize our lives. We could have rules to protect our hours so students like me could make it to class. We could make sure that there's always enough people to manage the floor and the registers so nobody has to work late alone. Exactly. This place could be a whole lot better. That's why I don't want to pressure you. Look, you don't have to join the union right now. That's me meta texting this. But before you do, I want to tell you why I joined. Alright, we might have to move on in games, but this has made me very, very emotional. When I started working here, I didn't understand how people got by on such low wages. I couldn't make ends meet, but every time I tried to talk to my coworkers about it, they'd clam up and change the subject. I didn't get it until one day one of the managers, Martine, overheard me talking to Camillo about my paycheck. Martine yelled at me until he was blue in the face, I swear, out of the middle of the floor, where everyone could hear. It was, all of these things. I have an option for all. I would feel humiliated. The next day, he took away my shifts. That's how I learned management had been disciplining people for speaking out about pay. That's why people were afraid of talking. The company didn't want us knowing how much our coworkers were making. Pay transparency, it's important. Talk to people about how much money you make. They knew if we were all negotiating separately, wages would stay low. People they liked, or who could negotiate better, got paid more, even if they were doing less work. The union was just starting back then, and after being intimidated, I joined up. That was one of the first issues we came together about, and we put a stop to it. Today, we can't be punished for talking and organizing. If it wasn't for the union, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. That's why I'd like you to join, so we can make our union even stronger. Look, everything you said makes sense, and I'm thankful for the work that you and the union have done, but honestly, I'm not going to work at the supermarket forever. I want to be a nurse. I don't think it's worth it for me to get too invested. Maybe I should just keep my head down and do my job. I mean, how do I even know that joining a union will get us better schedules? It seems like Elena doesn't want to admit how much this job is affecting her life. Maybe it would help if she could hear some of the things she said. Get it, Elena. Becoming a nurse is important to you. You don't want to have to work here any more than you have to. But listen to what you've told me. You're working more shifts than you signed on for, and you don't have enough time for studying. Oh. Can I say all of the things? Something doesn't change in the supermarket. Won't it eat at your shot at being a nurse? That's what I'm worried about. Look, I can't guarantee that a stronger union will get everything we want from this job, but I can guarantee that without it, nothing is going to change. You're right, it's a risk, but have they really left you a choice? You're right. Things can't stay the way they are now. Why not? If things don't change, I'm either going to have to drop out or quit this job and move back in with my folks. I can't swallow that, going back there with my tail between my legs. It took me so long to move out. But quitting school is an option either. It comes first. I want to become a nurse. I thought this job would be the solution, the thing that would allow me to live on my own and study at the same time. But since the firings, it's been doing the exact opposite. Elena, you deserve a workplace that gives you the time. You deserve a workplace that gives you the time and opportunity to study and become the person you want to be. We all do. And the only way we're going to get it is if we come together and demand change. The more of us that there are in the union, the louder our voices will be. You know, I'm very proud of being self-sufficient. I don't like asking others for help. But I think you're right. They're not going to listen to just one or two people. It has to be all of us. So, what do you think? I mean, I just told you. Yeah, right, sorry, I meant... she said she didn't want to join the union. I don't want to be pushing her on it. Let me just cut to the chase. You join our union? Well, if I don't do anything, things will just stay the same as they are now, right? That's right, they will. Then yes, I'm ready to join. Yes, we've got Elena in the union. That's great, Elena. Welcome aboard. Okay. We're gonna have to move on because there's a bunch of other games that we need to play. But I'm glad that, Elena, you joined a union. Glad that everyone here is collectively organizing. And these are actual tips and methods if you are starting a union in your own workplace or are interested in looking into unions of how to approach people about collective organization. I might need a minute. That was a lot of two very emotional things back to back. Wordplay games 2020, you're really hitting me right now. Okay, I'm gonna look at the list of the games that we have left. I have left 2 very silly games to have after this. I tried to pad these 2 things, be in the middle, and to sort of have an emotional rebound after Divide because it's a very intense game. So we're gonna play, I think, Hayseed, because Hayseed's very delightful. Had some information on Hayseed. I'm gonna open up Steam. Oh, my heart. Okay. Oh, okay. Are you there? Okay. This is Hayseed. It's a very silly game. It is also voice acted, which is one of the most delightful things. So this is a demo version. You can download it on Steam right now.
Holy horns! What's with this place? It's ancient. Are you sure we're allowed to be here?
You're allowed to be anywhere as long as no one finds you. Sneaking through forgotten cracks and walls is not as easy as it once was, but I managed to push my hat and my staff in somehow without wrecking the wall any farther. Today's a mess, and the last thing I want in the whole city knowing that I'm back on my nonsense, namely helping fawns trespass into abandoned temples in pursuit of fixing the written lies that passes history these days. Yes! I am too old for this rubbish. catch a glimpse of Lynn's expression as I push my scarf over my face. Again, I actually have a scarf with me, so here we go. My new headache looks entirely... My newest headache looks entirely unconvinced by my logic. Look, we're already here, and we're going to need all the help we can get, kid. I don't have time to explain every single little thing to you. If said kid still has any qualms left about following me here, she has the rare decency not to voice them. And this game it's so delightful. I mean, this whole ordeal is her fault, in a very roundabout sort of way. Still her fault nonetheless. It's anyone but mine, at least. It's never my fault when anything happens. I didn't come all the way back to the city to do charity for his descendants. I always wanted to find that expletive's grave and clean up a little and leave some incense or something. Not this. Mystery and intrigue. I wasn't looking to hear legends about any so-called Knight of the Upperfield. I know the books in the libraries won't say a word about him, but I had to come back to this place anyway. The unlikely possibility of finding a trace of his existence among the broken tablets and burnt codices were far too compelling to ignore. Here I am, still following in his footsteps, like the few unlucky scripts that time and thieves spared, frozen in their shelves as they await the return of someone who will understand them. Like me? We have a lot in common, this library and I. Oh, this game is so delightful. The kid's eyes open with a fraction wider, and I only managed to narrowly avoid the oncoming onslaught of questions. Here, ink, paper. You can write, right?
Of course! You're talking to the fastest!
Shut up.
Sheesh, you're really adding some flavor to my name, huh? Where did all that salt come from? Or could that be the sweetness of an old flame leaving such a bitter aftertaste?
Ew. No. Don't do that. It makes you sound like your mother. I mean, her mother. Or her great-great-great-grandmother? I can't believe the story has derailed this much. How long have I been gone?
I can't even start to guess if you won't tell me how old you are.
I'm entirely too old to care about something as dumb as numbers.
Well, gee, I'm starting to see why you wanted me here. Do you have a name, or are you too cool for letters too?
I am too cool for letters. My name would only doom this project. You will be me, and I will be nothing more than the space between words.
What a droll way to say you want me getting lynched for this.
You can still keep the story to I can still keep the story to myself and tell you to get lost, kid.
But you won't, because after hearing my name, you realize I'm the chosen gazelle that legend of old prophesied would tell the true story of the night, right?
Ellipses.
I could use a little encouragement here, not gonna lie.
Listen, Lynn, I don't believe in chosen names, and I certainly don't know what the truth is. I doubt Otter himself even knew. I do have to say, the vocal direction on this is fantastic, and I know that the dev who made this was also the voice director, which is great. They're a solo dev, which is super cool. But I'm going to tell the story I know. I will tell it once, and I will probably tell it wrong, since I can barely remember anymore. Me telling every story. And even so, everything I say will be 1,000 times more accurate than any of the odes this witless bunch of flop doodles have been singing throughout the ages. It may be Adder's punishment for lying his way into history, but I still can't let the name of a friend be smeared like that. So I mean to say is that I will skewer you if you interrupt me and make me forget something.
Fair.
She finally shuts up for a moment, though I know the silence won't last. Right, good. I guess I should put my thoughts in order before we begin. The story started back before he left his village. No, that would be too long. His story starts when he became a knight, and no, that defeats the point. I guess his story starts with me. Who am I? Who knows? I could allow myself that much merit, right?
Who are you again?
I'm the one who tells the story. You write. Okay, alright. Here we go. Chapter 1.
Adder! Hey, lad! Do we have to go through this every single fuck?
Yeah!
Oh boy. Here we go.
A beast! I saw a beast!
Way to call me an eyesore.
I'm telling you, I saw a beast.
Right. Look, I'm not drunk enough for this, so good.
This ain't no time to sleep. The beast may be gone, but the Macadar is still out there. The forest out there has come to find me.
Can you stop screaming like an idiot and use your brain for a second?
I knew they'd get to the city one day. We gotta tell everyone.
There are no damn trees around, you dimwit!
A long shush followed right after, and that's where we'll go, since the words their dear neighbors used are too colorful to be reproduced.
Oh, then what did you holler for, Mr. Bard? The sun ain't up yet. If you don't quit your whining, we're gonna get a beating.
Also, great thing about this, my voice is getting tired from reading, and I don't have to read
Says you,
as much.
the buck who hath been delighting mine ears with his pitiful wailing all night long.
Say what?
You've been talking in your sleep again.
Let's be bashful.
Well, slap my head and call me silly. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bard. I forgot we were an heirloom for a moment there. But no more. I'm gonna make sure to keep my dreams dead silent from now on.
That's what you said last time. Ah. Can't a deer have a hangover in peace for once?
You know that I'd move away if I could. But
Don't sweat it, kid. Once you're faring better, you'll take us both out of our misery.
wait. Fair? Fair.
This game, it is so delightful.
free.
Don't.
The fair!
I swear to my tat, kid, if you keep screaming, I'm going to...
Not if they get to me first!
And so Adder's heavy hooves stomped the ground with the force of a stampede as he sprinted away, making Gyoff regret every decision that had led him to suffering this torment.
Glad we sorted that out.
Wide awake now and running as fast as his clumsy hooves would take him, Adder set off to the bazaar. A whole year had come and gone since he first set foot in the streets of the Slander District, the most infamous slums of the capital. A place so heinous that walking there alone at night was considered a suicide attempt. A place where you were in your right to keep a house if you could outlast its previous owner. Where he'd once felt like a poor fawn, fearing for his own life, now he felt like a poor deer, fearing for his own life. But at least he actually knew his way around, after such a long time avoiding brigands. He had no time to spare worrying about the trivial matters such as being robbed or stabbed. He knew fully well that he was about to meet his destiny.
The patron's gonna skin me alive!
A destiny which was most likely really didn't include being flayed by his dearest employer. Though we can't rule out the possibility of his direct superior whacking him over the head for oversleeping on such an important date.
What if she hates me now?
Mood.
Then the patron won't have no problem kicking me out. He'll kick me out and keep my skin as a payment. Nah, that's dumb. But he'll kill me anyway. Oh, crap.
So immersed was he in these fatalistic thoughts that invaded his head So immersed was he in these fatalistic thoughts invading his head that his brain, which was, by all accounts, mostly made of sawdust, didn't pay any mind to the path his hooves were following. And so, as is to be expected from someone not heeding the wise advice of look where you're going, he soon met his first obstacle on his way to the plaza. A wall.
Oh dear.
In any other place, that soft chuckle would have meant that Adder wouldn't have the benefit of living with his failures alone. In the slums, it could mean that he wouldn't have the benefit of living at all.
That was almost impressive. I truly thought that you were going to run straight through that wall for a moment.
The voice got closer by the second, followed by a strangely harmonic tinkling, the melody that danced in his ears and paralyzed his mind, rendering him frozen on the spot at the thought of an incoming murderous lady. The voice acting is so good. It's so well directed. Like, really big shout out. Adder shut his one remaining eye and held his breath deeply, knowing that this would be the last. Not dead yet. Still not dead. How come he's still alive? That was rude. Between his blurry sight and the obfuscating darkness, Adder could barely tell apart the silhouette standing in front of him. He should have run and screamed, begged for his life, but instead he hesitated long enough for a few stray sun rays to wander among the rundown houses, finally casting light up onto his foe.
Whoa!
For your information, everyone already thinks that Rose are thick-skulled. We don't need another martyr for the cause.
Adder's absolute lack of reaction made her mocking smile falter. To be fair, he had indeed left a sizable hole in the wall that he had crashed against. But that was hardly the cause for his sudden drop in mental speed.
Are you okay?
Adder nodded, though he hadn't really heard the question. Sensing this, the mysterious lass extended a soft hand towards them in an amiable gesture. I'm gonna take her hand. This green, always me. Look at this. Awkward. Love it.
What are those?
Her name is Hottie.
I know they're short. Please don't stare.
What kind of nonsense is that? I'd never seen hands like those before.
My hands? You like my hands?
Were you born with them? How much weight can you lift? Can you use tools at all? Or wear a shirt? What's wrong with your neck? Is that a hood or a scarf? I love the pattern, by the way. So?
I'm sorry, ma'am. What was the question?
You. What are you supposed to be?
Oh! Well, I'm just your run-of-the-mill prairie buck, ma'am. Just, you know, my mom gave me shovels for hands and a gourd for a neck. They're better for work in the fields.
Oh, come on. I want the actual story.
You want the boring bits? Okay. See, I used to be all big and strong. But then I come to the city, and what do you know? Food ain't so easy to come by. I was so hungry that I'd even eat the rocks in the street. And I go to bed hungry one night, and another, and I keep on starving till I end up 2 meals short of turning into a walking pile of bones. Except for my hands. They just won't get. And they're for real heavy, let me tell you. So, that's the gist of it. Want to hear about my neck, too? Or my name, at least?
The girl's eyes narrowed as she stared at Adder. He fixed his gaze on his hands, considering the strange path the conversation had taken.
So what you are saying is that you used to be plump?
Plump? Like fruit? Well, I used to eat a bunch of fruit before I came down here last year, yeah.
Last year? Wait, how many eyes did you have then?
How many? 5, I think, but I lost the other 4. Just the one, ma'am.
I knew it. You've changed a lot, but it's you. You're that loudmouthed one-eyed chub.
Say what?
It's me. Don't tell me you've forgotten me.
Yoff had warned Adder multiple times of the danger of the "it's me" scams, but he was pretty tempted to fall for this one.
Ma'am! I don't know what you're selling, but I ain't gonna buy it.
Come on. Don't you remember that night on the bridge under Hirab's statue? With the guards laughing at you?
Oh no.
You didn't hit your head that hard, did you?
I bet those guards had one haystack of a night laughing at some poor buck. I'm pretty darn sure that wasn't me. I'd remember you. Trust me.
It was a pretty long time ago, but wait, I know.
She bit her lip just long enough to make Adder lose his need to understand the situation anymore.
Come closer.
The whole timing of this is so good. Who, me? Almost asked the deer, yet there was no one else in hiding in the midst of dawn.
I said come closer.
All right then, here I come.
That's it? Come on, don't make me walk over there. Boop. That's close enough.
She slipped right under Adder's arm, uninvited, but not unwelcomed.
No,
I see.
if you could get on your knees, you know what? Maybe you should see a doctor after all.
Joseph! There you are!
Ugh, give me a break.
In less than a blink, her smile was back on her face as she turned to face a voice in the distance. It was some other doe in similarly flashy clothing, hurriedly stomping her way towards Joseph, apparently.
You called?
We've been looking everywhere for you!
And so you found me. Congratulations. Now, if you don't mind...
Miss Rochelle's had us searching for hours! She wants you back immediately!
Well, I'm kind of busy, so... Would you be so kind to go tell her to find someone else to bother while I catch up with my friend here?
The fair's about to start! Head back already or you'll get us all in trouble!
The red-haired girl simply stood completely still. She held her breath for an instant.
I'm sorry. Was that an order?
What? Miss Rochelle said...
Say, do you know what happened to the last wench who had the gall to order me around?
Joseph's smile was still plastered on her face, but her eyes had narrowed down to a squint, sharpening her long eyelashes even further. This is a top-tier D&D campaign.
I don't...
Care to find out?
The doe looking at her stammered, color drained from her mane. After a few tense seconds, a pleased smile spread across Joseph's face.
Come now, honey. Don't make that face. I'm just joking here. I've got too much going on as it is to begin picking fights with my sisters. Don't you think?
Intrigue.
Right.
Then that's settled. Let's go.
Joseph whipped her braid as she turned around sharply, making the choir of bells that hung at her hips announce her leave. Adder had barely just a second to register what happened. He could swear something had moved in a corner, but he couldn't care less. The finest lass he ever laid eyes on in his whole life was about to disappear. She seems to have forgotten about him. Facing the prospect of never seeing her again, he tried at the very least to catch up and introduce himself formally.
Wait,
Yes?
But as Adder was about to speak, he had the same feeling of missing something. And so his gaze drifted, following her back once more. He noticed something else behind her derriere, something long like a whip, ending in a red tuft of fur. Something that most definitely didn't look like a cervine tail. Confused, his eyes quickly traveled from the zone where her back lost the top of her head. Praying, wishing, desperately hoping that he wouldn't find what he had found, sprouting from the top of her head. Horns. How did you not notice her horns until now? Coiled black barhen horns, longer than his own rack. Adder had to hold back a yelp. He'd been so distracted by the rest of her features that... No, wait, I wasn't looking at her, Adder yelled internally. Beads of sweat began falling from his temples as his face became more flustered. There's no way But as if meaning to aggravate his inner turmoil, Joseph smiled one last time with a mischievous glint in her eyes.
Don't worry. I'll see you around. Handsome.
And if you want to see more of what's around, you should download the Hayseed demo. Alright. Let's go. We have 2 games left. I'm going to leave probably the silliest for the last. So that's that. Then we are going to be playing Read the Room. Done. Open it. Hayseed, I am definitely gonna go play it by myself at some point. Is all fit? Okay. So, here's more about Read the Room. So we have WASD. Gonna walk around. thought I had saw Eloise and Grandma Lisbeth arguing. It looked pretty tense. My sister can really be a handful. Your great grandma Lisbeth has gone missing. You can't find her anywhere. Thanks, Uncle Reginald. Oh man, I am losing my ability to talk. Yeah. Is there anything that you want to tell us about the game? How was doing the music? Or about the story? What was the inspiration for the game? You will not let me pass. I like that this character has like a look of being a piece, like a piece on a game board. Board games. Yeah, I can see the Clue vibe too. Yes, we know Grandma. How long did it take you folks to make the game? Hi. Theo practically knocked me over the way he was running down the hall. Little hell expletive. Little hellraiser. Wrong word. Don't mind your old grandma while she's having a drink, dear. You got a big bar, Grandma. This is a diner. 10 weeks. What was the process like? Came in to grab a drink, but Grandma Caroline says I can't have one. Does she even know how old I am? How old are you? I kind of can't stand my grandparents. Great Grandma Elizabeth is the only good one, but I think she went out to the observatory. The things they carried, depression's greatest hits over here. Here's a list. Denture cream, blood pressure medication, knitting, hard candy. Let me in. Eloise will be worried and that if I tell her that I can't find our little Theo. He's already so tense. I'll stay out here until he's found. Okay, something that I had done when we had first sort of looked at the game is I like shuffled my way past Eloise. That's something I'm supposed to be able to do. I'm so curious. One funny bug is that if you press left, right, left, right, left, right, you flirt. Oh. Can I? Uh, can I ask permission that I can fly around? Would it be okay if I fly around? I'm so curious. This bug is so intriguing. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Wow, The Sound of the Fury. That was a heavy read as a teen. The old lady as described on page 1. I don't remember her being there. Went to take the cat. I might need a hint from the dev team about where I'm going next. I can't walk past you unless I shuffle, which is how I got past you the first time. Entry hall. Being this, I assume. There seems to be a door going out. Every day I'm shuffling. Oh. Oh, it's too fun. That's too fun. Did you mind read the person through the wall yet? Whoa. The Theo puts an old like to I could squeeze with such an old. Theo really puts an old timer like me to shame. I could never squeeze into such a small space with these old knees. This little hole in the wall? Little mouse hole? I have this key, which does not go to this door. We've established this. Oh! I hope I'm not in trouble. I was so scared that I slammed the archive room door on my way out, but I heard a big crash. Are you a ghost? No, your mom. I know that I should. Oh, I didn't realize that when you got closer to people, they got bigger. That's actually really cool. I know I should have locked the hall with the observatory, but Grandma Elizabeth was driving me nuts. I could get the key from the archive room, but the door is locked. ready. One secret passage I'll never tell anyone about is the one in the library room across the hall. A special black book has been placed on a bookshelf to open it. My key. Okay, you had told me something. Hall to the observatory. Okay, so that's where that key goes, is the observatory. Then now I have this book. I need to open this door. Tell me more, good friend. I know about is the one in the library room across the hall. A special black book is in the book. Open it. Okay. Yeah, there's... I know it's not intended, but it is so fun. It feels like such a dangerous game, though. This door? Yay! Well, hello there. It seems you found me. About time. Oh, stop gawking. That look on your face is unbecoming of someone in our family. Yes, you, child, the one who is reading this book. And again with the gawking. Look, you're a child of somebody my age. You're so much younger than my son Leopold. I swear, look at you, Bernadette, Lucidina, and especially Theo. It's like peering into the future. I often feel like a bit of a time traveler these days, with the world we live in now. Well, I suppose the world I live in now is in this book. Or perhaps it's more of a doorway, connecting our worlds together. I've had quite a varied adventure as of late, though when each book I pass through closes, it seems to have closed off something in reality too. I hope I didn't frighten Theo too much on my way here. It all happened so fast. Sorry, I'm assuming this is like Grandma's voice. This is how she talks. But it's good to know this old lady, oh yeah, is still good for a scare. I should thank you, really. Quarrels aside, I do treasure my family, even my son's darn right wife. Heloise neither really understood what it was like that irked me about her mother, Caroline. After all, it was her expletive idea to put me in a nursing home to begin with. Wherever happiness never grows old, bah, what rubbish. Of course, they didn't get to check me in, did they? Circumstances being what they are. But again, I thank you all for giving me a chance to see this future, to see this wonderful, bright future. It was a special pleasure sharing this beautiful new world with you, child. It is such a blessing to watch you grow into an artist and to learn all of those fascinating. Oh, that's really nice. Anyways, you're catching on, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes, but you can wipe away those tears, dear. Yes, I'm on my way out. I'm not sure if these books were part of it so much as a strange coincidence, but my time draws near. I have one of my feet in the door. I'll ask that you spare a little sorrow for the long-lived, not just for the sake of those pages, which you are staining. Take good care of your books, dear. Derive more joy in the time you've spent, and in the time you will get to spend. Time itself is so strange, isn't it? Especially here, quite frankly. It has been months or years. It's very loud for me. Or only a few hours. Well, it doesn't matter now, I suppose. Oh, okay, yes, much quieter. Do you hear that? The rain has stopped. I'd wager the clouds have also disappeared. Do me one last favor as there's such a brilliant light. Go to the telescope and look at the sky for me. Find Andromeda. Shouldn't be hard, you know. One day it will collide with our galaxy. Spectacle in slow motion, so far away, in time and in space. I love you, of course. Be sure to tell the other great-grandma Lisbeth loves them as well. Perhaps make something up in regard to this whole book weirdness. Go now, dear. Look up at the lights and think of joy. Grandma, hope you have a nice passing. Huh? That's really sweet. Alright, we have one last game, and it also is going to be getting a content warning. It is a game called Sad Cock. So, this game contains nudity and some offensive language and discussions about sex, so I will keep up this warning in regards to sexual humor in the game. Information about the game can be found here. The safer work version presented here is some pixelated body parts and some words censored with asterisks. Nothing else has changed. So we will be playing the safer work version. Play responsibly and have fun. If I can do this, yes. The fall and rise of Sadcock upon Yvonne. Start. The wind is darkly blowing through the forest about my humble cottage. It is cold as a witch's tit. Never understood such a claim. My tits are perfectly warm, thank ye very much. Standing in front of my mirror, I see that they are starting to sag, though. That is fine. Comes with the business of being alive. What? Satanaz, don't be rude. There we go. Because you look so much better, don't you? I can always take your shape and make you look bad in front of all the forest demons. Who comes in knocking at this hour? You do not invite your demon friends again, did you now, you disturbingly faced furry ball? I open the door with my head held high, but with caution. A hooded figure comes through the door. It is mysterious, yet I feel gentleness irradiating from it. What brings thee to my abode? Speak, figure. I'm afraid we have not met before. My name is Lady Eve. I understand you are Agnes Nutt. I've come to live in the forest but recently. Indeed, Lady Eve, as in the wife of John Sunday, Lord of the Fiefdom? That is correct. I am honored to meet you, my lady, but let me clarify that it is not your nobility which brings me honor. I could not care less about the golden fabrics you sleep between. I have heard, though, that you are good with the peasantry. They seem to love you, and I can respect that. It is a relief to hear you say that. When Transfigurer Cockness sent me to look for you, I did not know what to expect. The old witch is ancient and mischievous, though, and I suspect beneath all her banter and hauntiness lies a kind heart. One that, hard to speak an old-timey language. On what business did she send you? The fiefdom is in trouble. Bishop Sourbutt has accused me of failing to arouse my husband, thus not fulfilling my marital and moral debts. The peasants are fond of me, it's true, but that has always infuriated the bishop. He thinks peasants are nothing but filthy pawns, whose only existence is to serve the clergy and the royalty. I am afraid, though, that my husband is indeed having arousal problems. I have heard, in confidence, from Sir Girthswain's and Flapperfest's wives, that those two men have also having trouble in bed. The curious thing is that their conditions started happening around the same time as my husband's. And I could swear that one night, while he was fast asleep beside me, I heard a voice talking, as if it had come from his. Oh, you must think I'm crazy. In any case, something strange is going on, and I believe black magic is involved. Transfigurer Cockness is the expert on sexual witchcraft. Indeed, she is ancient and barely moving. She has told me you could be of help, and that she would assist you in all the knowledge you may require if you visit her in her own cottage, deeper in the woods. There is sadness, but also strength in her voice. She pets the demon cat before she leaves, pleading with me again to help her in the fiefdom. I say I will try my best to cure the afflicted phallus from their curse. The town church. The cock nest. My cottage. Right, the Lord's castle. Right, I'm gonna go visit the other witch. So this is the famed house of the Cockness, and the penis tree here too, as the legends say. I don't know how long we can play this game, but welcome, Agnes. I knew you would heed the call of the Cocknest. And if I weren't as old and unmoving, I would go and take a look at those bewildering penises myself, make no mistake. But alas, as it is what it is, we'll be the one taking charge. I will tell you all there is to know about cock magic, and when the time comes for you to use the right spell for each one, what would you like to know? Need to fix it. Is it annoying the chickens again? Something like that. I was just joking, my dear. The important thing about sex magic is that all the people who are part of the magic should feel at ease. What was yours especially, my dear? Potion making. Then you can make potions to magic the penises back to health. Obviously. A healthy penis should be a base ingredient. I don't know how safe for work this is. The elements opposite of the shape of a penis currently should be a complementary ingredient. But where am I to find a healthy penis to throw into a boiling pot? I grow them outside, sweet child. Didn't you see them on your way in? No, we're in safe for work mode. Just grab the basket over there and pick some of them from the penis tree. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, alright. I think we've now cured everyone. I'm gonna say that we have accomplished what we need in Sadcock. Alright. So, go just straight to this page. Alright, so there are a few other games that are in Wordplay. I just said that I was going to close this. So, there's also these load, but these are either multiplayer games or they're sort of experiences to play by yourself. So there's Frantic Fanfic, there's Insomniac Film Festival, going through. There's also Over Easy, which is here, Glom, and then also Loopy Lore. So all of that can be found on the website, which is here. I can put it into chat. And yeah, those are the Wordplay 2021 games. So this is going to be the end of this part of the stream. Thank you so much for joining us for Wordplay 2021. I also want to give a really big thank you to both Ontario Creates and Clever Endeavor, whose support helped us make Wordplay happen. So have a wonderful rest of your time. I'm tired from stream. I'm sorry. Again, I'm Len. I'm the executive director of Hand-Eye Society. Hand-Eye Society is an arts and video game organization that focuses on video games mainly as a form of creative expression. The Wordplay has been our celebration of writing and words in contemporary games. If you would like, we have a survey that you can fill out about our programming to give us more information about what you liked or what you didn't like. As well, you can always send us an email at info@handeyesociety.com. All right, have a wonderful evening. Bye.